Hi, I'm Jess, and today I'm going to review for you of the movie Suffragette, and this is a movie I watched on a whim, and I knew its subject matter, and I'd studied suffragettes in school. Obviously in England that's quite a big deal for us. It's one of the things that was on my GCSE paper and that I loved studying. It was one of my favourite history subjects to study. I really enjoyed it, and it's basically about how the women got the vote in England, and it stars some really great faces. It stars Carey Mulligan, Helen Bonham Carter and Meryl Streep, and it's a really important story and it really made me feel things. It was really good. It basically follows the fictional story of Carey Mulligan's character and her ordeal with the suffragettes, while also intertwining it with the real life actual stories of characters like Meryl Streep's character, who is the leader of the suffragettes, and the character of, I think it's Emily Dickinson, the woman who threw herself in front of a horse, who Carey Mulligan is friends with. Difficult to watch. I liked that it wasn't too in your face. Like, there's a bit of it where from the beginning you're very sure that Carey Mulligan's character has been abused by her boss for like the whole of her life, because she's been working there since she was 11, and you can tell that that's what's happened, and that's always been what's happened, and it's just sort of accepted, and there's no moment where Carey Mulligan's character says this is what you've been doing, and there's no moment where she actually even admits it at all. There's a few moments where she goes, if you knew what was happening, if you knew what had happened to me, but there's no moment where she says it's just assumed, which is horrible to think that we just assume that from what she said. It could be anything, but we're assuming that because that's what's most likely to have happened. And we also see him, the boss, doing similar things to a young girl, and it's just, again, just accepted by everybody else. Carey Mulligan's character is the only one who does anything about it, and it's really hard to see how women were treated for being suffragettes in video form, because obviously that doesn't exist. There isn't many videos of the suffragette time that we can watch, and it's seeing women be beaten up just for saying this is bullshit, you should be giving us the vote, you can't not give us the vote, what reason could you ever have, is ridiculous. Like, nowadays, if the police started beating people up for political debates, it'd be all over the news, I'd hope, and this is just sort of something that it's the women's fault. They shouldn't be doing what they're doing. And the hardest bit for me was the hunger strike scene, because I'd learned about this with GCSE. It was something that was part of our GCSE, and it made me feel sick then. And seeing Carey Mulligan's character be force-fed through her nose was sickening. It was awful. It made me sick to my stomach, but it was so important that this is shown, and I just really enjoyed it. It was just such a good film. I put it on at like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, I'm not going to watch this all, I'll watch like an hour and then I'll go to bed, and I ended up watching the whole thing till 2 in the morning, and I just loved it. It was really good, and I definitely recommend you watch it, because it's just such an important story. So that was my review of Suffragette. Let me know down below if you've watched it or if you're going to watch it, and what you thought of it if you have watched it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.